It's happening, Bengals fans. Well, at least it could happen. Hi again, everyone. I'm James Rapien of allbengals.com and Cincinnati Bengals Talk. Welcome in after what it was such an exciting start to free agency. Well, I've been waiting around as much as you for news, but well, we got some good news or some interesting news and a tidbit of Cincinnati Bengals Talk, allbengals.com exclusive to drop for you. So make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you ring the bell here on YouTube because you're going to get information that you're not going to find anywhere else, commentary that you're not going to find anywhere else. And let's start with the news really of the day up to this point around 2 o'clock Eastern time. Lyle Collins released by the Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys save $10 million in cap space this year, $10 million in cash. They're going to eat some cap issues next year for releasing him this year before or just after rather the start of the new league year. But what does it mean? It means that there's a 28-year-old right tackle that is a borderline Pro Bowler as in his prime and really fits the bill of what the Bengals are looking for in really all of their players, right? Guys that are in their prime or around their prime that could be ascending into their prime or still in it that can be difference makers not only in 2022 but beyond. Lyle Collins certainly reaches that, and this is where the exclusive news comes in because I think there's been a lot of speculation from me and others, but the Bengals are interested in Lyle Collins. Talked to someone in the league last night, and it was expected. It was kind of a foregone conclusion, excuse me, that Collins was going to get released. And the person that I spoke to said, "Oh, absolutely, the Bengals are interested. Absolutely, the Bengals are going to kick the tires on Lyle Collins." And so the next question is, well, what does that mean? Are they going to meet for dinner like they did with Riley Reef last year, where they wine and dine him and try to get a deal done? Are they, what are they going to do? Are they going to fly to Dallas, assuming he's in Dallas? I don't know where Collins is right now. I'm not sure about that. But when you look at the familiarity, it's pretty obvious, right? From a player standpoint, it makes a ton of sense for the Bengals. They have cap space. They've certainly looked at the tackle market, I'm sure. And Collins, to me, is the best fit of the entire group because of his age, because of his pedigree, because of all of these factors. And so when I look at it, I think the Bengals makes a ton of sense. Here's why it makes even more sense. Frank Pollack coached him in Dallas for 3 seasons. By all accounts, Pollack likes him and he likes Pollack. That's a huge chess piece as Lyle Collins tries to reestablish his value, go to a place where he can show everybody that he's still a high-end right tackle in the NFL. Because let's be honest, he just got released. And he got released because the Cowboys feel good about the guy behind him. And that's part of it. Obviously, they have cap issues, and that's a big reason why too Dallas did what they did. So, to me, this makes a lot of sense. I think the Bengals looked at Collins' contract, and they looked, and I get it, it was favorable to a degree, but there are some question marks about him. So, it would not shock me at all if the Bengals meet with him. I know they're interested. So, there's my report. They're definitely interested in Lyle Collins, and there's more familiarity. And I've mentioned this on CBT before. Joe Mixon's agent is Peter Schaefer. Adam Pac-Man Jones' agent, Peter Schaefer. Guess who Lyle Collins' agent is? It's Peter Schaefer. So there's familiarity there. Now that he's a free agent, that's who you're dealing with. You're dealing with the agent. Can they get a deal done? Maybe that's why the Bengals waited and didn't trade for him. Because I know some are like, why didn't they just get a deal done? Maybe they said, look, we know he's going to get released. Let's let him get released. We know the agent. We have familiarity with Frank Pollack. Let's just let this play out and get the guy we want on our terms, and who knows what those terms are. But to me, if you're Lyle Collins, this is a perfect landing spot. And this also would explain why the Bengals really haven't been linked to many free agents right now. Tyler Conklin was a tight end they were going after, and he ended up going to the Jets along with CJ Uzama. Both guys signed 3-year deals. Uzama got $24 million over 3, Conklin $21 million over 3. We'll see. But the Bengals haven't been linked to a lot of guys. They re-signed Brandon Allen. They were able to re-sign Mike Thomas, both Thomases, so the defensive back and the wide receiver. But that's really been about it. And so I think that this is probably something that they were on hold about, waiting for. And we'll see. We'll have the latest on this at allbengals.com and right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. But look, dreams do come true sometimes. And while it hasn't happened yet, if the Bengals can get Lyle Collins, this offensive line is going to be much improved in 2022. That doesn't mean they should be done, but Collins could be that next step, and we'll see if they can get that done. We're going to keep you covered right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So subscribe, ring the bell, and until next time, let's wait and see what happens. But regardless, we're going to have you covered wall-to-wall Bengals all the time here on CBT, Cincinnati Bengals Talk. So for Andrew Fox Miller, I'm James Rapien signing off for now right here on Cincinnati Bengals Talk.